responded to verbal taunts from the new boyfriend of his children's mother, Brenda, who had called Fat Joe and made a degrading sexual comments like, I am effing your baby moms in the culo while your son is in the other room. Enraged, Fat Joe told TA that the man had gone too far. Out of respect to this victim, TA had decided to withhold the remaining details. TA confronts Fat Joe about this victim via Instagram Messenger as detailed above in paragraph 2042A. I wonder who that is. Number one violates New York penal law. Brag to TA that another man is currently serving a life sentence in Sing Sing Correctional Facility for I believe it's murder, but it's redacted. So allegedly murder that Fat Joe himself committed in the 1990s. Wow. Oh my God. So they saying that Fat Joe allegedly bragged to TA that another man is currently serving a life sentence in Sing Sing Correctional Facility for a murder, allegedly, that Fat Joe himself committed in the 90s. The defendant, Fat Joe, often laughed about the local and federal enforcement failure to catch him, even designing an album cover to mimic a federal interrogation room. Wow. Y'all remember this album cover? That was the Loyalty album cover. Wow. Yo, yo, man. All this would have been eliminated for just treating a nigga right. Yo, he's boy. Oh boy, this is this is crazy. It ain't gonna be hard to find out who the nigga in Sing Sing is. Hey, they probably already told him anyway. But you know how that go. You do whoever that is to sing son and sing. If they feel like they want to come home and the feds tell them, yo, come to court and testify, they'll put the body right on. There ain't no statute of limitations on murder. They will put that body right on Fat Joe right now and let that dude come home. We've seen it happen before when somebody else go to jail for something, especially if they went to trial and they just lost trial and they didn't plead guilty to it. They asked to get out with cooperation. But, you know, I'm sure whoever it is, allegedly, if it happened, they probably a real one that ain't going to do that. That's if Fat Joe's still taking care of him. If he's shitting on him, oh, buddy. That's all alleged, though. We don't know if this is true or not. right? This pattern of boasting about successfully, and we know Fat Joe's a major capper. This pattern of boasting about successfully evading law enforcement while benefiting from false attributions of guilt to others is evidence of both obstruction and violent racketeering enforcement. Number one, violates New York penal law and supports a finding enterprise concealment, a hallmark of long-term racketeering organization. These pros, this feel like a criminal indictment I'm reading. This don't even feel like nothing civil. These preceding acts constitute racketeering activity as they are chargeable under state law and punishable by more than 1 year in prison. They further qualify under 18 U.S.C. as violent crimes committed in the aid of racketeering, given their direct connection to the enforcement and maintenance of the Cartagena enterprise. Predicate Act number 5, Cafe Ketchup incident. Fat Joe directed a retaliatory stabbing at Cafe Ketchup. Further Further exemplifying the Cartagena's enterprise violent enforcement model, these acts were carried out by terror squad members blank and blank. They lucky this nigga ain't giving up everybody. Acting on Fat Joe's public directive and acting on defendants Fat Joe's public directive and constitute qualifying predicate offenses under 18 U.S.C. 1961 and A. Specifically, during a public altercation, JB was knocked unconscious following a verbal exchange over a woman. Fat Joe witnessed the incident and, enraged by perceived humiliation of the terror squad, immediately shouted out, "Give him ketchup! Give him ketchup!" Cartagena Enterprise members understood this phrase, coined by Fat Joe, to mean stab him, and sprang into action. Blank was chased down, cornered, and violently attacked. Oh, they know the niggas' names? Oh my God. Oh my, yo. For all y'all out there talking about the statute of limitations is up. Shit. Not on no Rico. As a result of the attack, blank was placed on blank for an extended period. The incident became known within the Cartagena enterprise as a successful enforcement action and a warning to others about the consequences of disrespecting Fat Joe or his crew. Following the ketchuping, Fat Joe instructed his inner circle, including JB, to lie to law enforcement and deny Fat Joe's presence at the scene. This deliberate post-crime cover-up further exemplifies the Cartagena Enterprise's use of obstruction to insinuate its leadership from liability. The above The above conduct violates the following 18 USC 1959 New York penal law